buddy Evan just rolled in from Alabama. Got here at gobbling time, and we got one goblin. We're gaining some yardage on him. It's almost fly down time, but he was 700-800 yards over here. was out of range.
I might would have tried it.
Yeah, because it sounded like he got pretty close.
His whole body was like behind a tree, and like his head, he like leaned back and was looking. I was like, But even like I started to move, and then
He's a big old bird, wasn't he? Yeah.
He would have been toast if he kept going, right?
He was going too.
Was that you calling?
No, it's somebody over there.
He hit that obviously, and then he hit me scratching.
Yeah.
Like,
He wasn't gonna go, but he would get a little closer and wait for them to come.
It couldn't have been that easy.
Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing.
Same.
Huh?
Same.
We came to where I had some birds, and I said, they'll fly down right here, and I'll walk right here, we shoot one, and we'll go get some breakfast. And that's definitely not the case. They sailed out about 400 yards, so we're fixing to start moving. gobbling. He just moved 100 yards. So we were trying to loop that bird, and he started covering ground pretty good. But I think we had him, and somebody shot, and we walked up there and they missed the bird. While we were standing there talking to him, another one gobbles at like 80 yards. So they moved a few yards and set up, and we just kind of slipped over here on the other side out of the way right now. Kind of listen and see what happens. It's only 9 o'clock, so the joys of public land. So I apologize for this lens already, but Evan had to go home. We'll talk about that later. But I got Brennan with me, and we came back up in here on this bird in this big pond that we got on the first day with Evan. And he's gobbling in the same tree. We're 100 yards off of him. Just gonna let him fly down and hopefully come this way. But there was a big rain, so the whole middle part of this pond is standing about 8 inches deep in water. So we're a little farther out on the edge, but we'll see. I've got Brennan set about 10 yards to my right. I believe what I see coming is the walk of shame.
Guy was in 20 yards of him.
You let him whoop you?
I thought he was on the ground. And it sounded like he was going back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, what, did you pitch up or something a little bit? He went up and it changed drastically. That last time he gobbled, it changed drastically. I was like, what in the world?
We got behind that bush. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get closer.
Yeah, because he was going to, I glimpsed him twice. He was going from here.
I could see his head when he went down there once, and then he went back.
Yeah.
When he got back behind that bush, I said, all right, I'm going to kill him now. Crawled up, got behind the bush, and I went to ease up to get around the tree. Sitting on a tree. It's leaned up against another tree.
He'd never pitched up there a little?
Yep. And he never putted or anything. He just kind of hopped off and then disappeared. But he saw me. He had to.
Oh, man.
It's a big bird.
Huh?
It is a big bird.
I told you.
I eased around the tree and I was like, all right, there he is. So I kind of eased back, and when I came back around, he was gone. I don't know how he saw me, but I was still like on the ground.
Yeah, these old sneaky birds ain't. You can't get away with nothing.
I ain't never gonna kill one of these.
Huh?
I ain't never gonna kill one of these.
I'll kill one. I'll kill him. So we're standing there talking, about to walk back over and get his vest. And he's saying, man, the bird never putted. The bird didn't really spook. It just seen movement and jumped off the log. So I said, well, we could probably get back on him later. The idiot just gobbled at like 150 yards. So he's definitely not spooked. Ease that way a little bit and just see what he's going to do. He's going to go somewhere now and find him a new place to hang out. We moved up a couple hundred yards, been standing there for about 20 minutes and not another gobble. So either he kept on walking right on out of hearing or he shut up. But he wouldn't gobble at an owl or hawk or anything if he's in earshot. So we're going to loop around this pond and go to the truck, but imagine that's it. Well, me and Brennan came back in here to this bird. I got him set up. Where the bird was strutting and gobbling yesterday. It's like 7:01 now, so it's about 5 to 10 minutes after he's been gobbling, and he hasn't gobbled yet. I heard one gobble. Just as far as I could hear. But there's been multiple birds I've been able to hear from here. So I don't think he's gobbling. It's windy. Maybe he'll gobble when he flies down. It's like 110% humidity out here, so this screen, this lens is fogging up bad. I apologize, but 2 gobbled. And one's on the other side of the pond, like 600 or 700 yards, I think. It's hard to hear him in this wind. But I'm gonna go get Brennan and ease that way and try to get to him. And at least gain some yardage before he flies down. Hopefully he might not make it.
He went up that way first, and then
Yeah.
circled back down. I was like,
Mhm.
I'll get in between the
He's close.
two. Okay. 25 yards, 30 yards. Oh, I could see a beard on him this time. No doubt about that.
Well, little update. Y'all saw me talking to the camera. I was going to go get Brennan, run to another bird. As I'm coming up, I hear a hen. So I kind of was like, oh, I wonder if he's calling to me. Slowed down for a second, looked around, and then I see the top of Brennan's head. And he was about 60 yards off where I wanted him set up. But anyway, the hen and the gobbler came right through. Perfect right here. What was it? Right behind that big pine?
He came out just to the left of, in between that big
Came out from behind that bush.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he popped up out of nowhere.
Like, what, 35 yards?
Maybe. If that.
But he didn't have his gun up and wasn't able to. By the time he moved it, the bird done got over here in the thick and was walking. He didn't take an unethical shot, so can't blame him there.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
It's hard to hunt them when they don't gobble. But that one, I can't hear him now because he flew down, but I had him pinned from last week. And while I was sitting here waiting on this to play out, I was measuring the distance to his gobble, and I believe he was about roosted the same place I had him pinned, so we're going to use that way. This one didn't spook or nothing, but I don't want to. He's got a hen, and trying to hunt him when he ain't gobbling's not any fun. So I guarantee he ain't going nowhere. He's going to go right here in this pond and just hang out with that hen. It is what it is.
You go find a 2-year-old.
Quit playing with the big birds. We're standing here just looking at what just happened. I just hit the hawk call, made the hawk go crazy. Anyway, one gobbled somewhere, but Brennan was right there by that tree. You see this bush right here? The bird must have had the bush on him or something, because the bird was over there with the hen and came right out behind this tree and popped out right here at 20 yards, and he didn't have his gun up. That hawk call gets some hawks going. Anyway, he slipped right, he only had this one little gap right here. He slipped right in there, but good on him for not taking a quick walking shot. That's generally when you miss. I ain't sure where that bird that just gobbled was. I thought he was over here, and the one we're wanting to go to is over here. I thought maybe if he got separated from his hen here, he might gobble, but I don't know if that was him or not. He didn't spook or nothing. They just kind of, he realized, uh-oh, there ain't a hen there, and kind of picked up the pace. He came into that call perfect, though, didn't he? Just should have gobbled. Right there's where I was sitting yesterday.
His reverse light's on.
Automatic, man.
Automatic, shut off.
I'll just going back to shut off. All right, I'm back at it solo. Yesterday I had to drag that truck all the way out to the highway, so really didn't get a chance to go look anywhere else, and that was the plan, was to go try to find some more turkeys. But I got the day by myself and was really debating on going to try to locate some more birds, but I decided I want to go back in here on this old crazy bird that's been buggered up a few times now, because they probably don't get much tougher than he is. So I'm gonna go give him a whirl. It's 5:35, so I got an hour and 15-20 minutes till gobbling time. I'm gonna ease on in there, try to get under him. Hopefully. He hadn't been roosted in the same spot, but he's been roosted in the same pond, so I'm just going to get in the pond, and I may do an owl screech about 10 minutes before actual gobbling time and see if I can get him to gobble, so I got a little more darkness to make a move on him and get set up. But here we go. Well, it's about 10-15 minutes after gobbling time, and he hasn't gobbled. Go figure. There's one to my left as far as I can hear, but it's not him. He's right here somewhere. I'm gonna sit here past fly down time and just see if I can hear wings or hear a hen or hear anything, but he's gonna have to gobble. It's after fly down time now. I hadn't heard nothing close to me. I'll probably stand up and bust him or something, ain't no telling, but this one goblin to my left has flown down and moved this way a little bit. I can hear him on the ground now. I'm just gonna ease that way, if nothing else, get a good pin on him. Oh, I was standing there listening for what I thought may have been a turkey gobble, and this original one gobbled like 3 times, going almost away from me, but kind of parallel. I cut out to this road and stood here for 10 minutes, and I hadn't heard nothing for sure. I may have heard a faint gobble as far as I could hear, so I'm going this way. He might have actually walked the road. There's big gobbler tracks all over this road. If he hit one of these roads just walking, he'd get out of here and quick. That's fresh too. He's fast walking going this way. That might be what he did. Some big old tracks. Either way, there's some big oak hammocks up here. That's a fine bird. There's some big oak hammocks up here. I'm gonna go that way and do a loop to the truck, whether I hear something or not. There's gotta be birds up there. A little king snake. Red touch black, friend of Jack. I'm just walking down this road, and I kept on walking, but there's a big long beard right here to my right. I'm just gonna go past him. He ain't been gobbling, but it's probably the one that was gobbling. I'm gonna walk by him about 150 and then bail off in the woods to see what he does. I like God just to do it. He was up here on the edge of this cypress about 100, 120 when I seen him. He didn't spook or nothing. As big as he was, it could have actually been the old bird I've been hunting. That's why I didn't hear him gobble this morning, but I don't know. He's a big bird. I probably shouldn't call to him, but at this point, I really don't care. He just gobbled right beside me. It's too thick to see him. He's right on top of me. Nasty ditch around that cypress pond. If he goes that way, he would have to fly over. He would have to fly over the ditch, but it ain't far if he does to that private gun range. Oh, what did he do? He might have been in shotgun range when he gobbled. He was right on top of me. I just can't see 30 yards. Maybe we'll use this way. I'm gonna give him some time, but he won't gobble with nothing. Them hawks are going crazy. I hit the hawk call just trying to get him to gobble, see if he'd move. If he hadn't moved, I'd crawl. But he could have just kept right on walking. I don't know what he's doing. I can see him. He ain't moved 10 feet from where he gobbled. I don't think I can get the camera on him. I can crawl up there and shoot him, I'm sure. I was trying to see if he was going to come on this way. Got me another one. It's just a 2-year-old. I got up there and watched him for a while. Couldn't tell. All I could see was his head on top of his fan. It was like 12 yards. And then he get turned where I could see that beard. And he got like a pushing 12-inch beard. Probably is 12 inches. I said, well, maybe that's him. And squeezed her off. And it's not him. But it's a turkey. And got like inch and 1/8 spurs. Ain't much. Got a good beard on him though. He's a light bird, probably. Oh, probably only 15, 16 pounds. Oh. Pretty little fella. Got a heck of a rope on him. It ain't very fat, but it's long. I know some people don't like to crawl them. They like to call them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I like to call them too, but out here, it's few and far between. There ended up being at least 4, I think 5 of those turkeys. The first 2, I could see his tail fan, and a hen. I seen a hen go behind him, and then 2 red heads come by going to my left at like 10 yards. I don't know if I got it on the gun camera or not. I think they were Jake's, or either, I think he was the dominant bird there, but anyway, he was strutting the whole time once I started crawling. I just get through them ferns and ease up and see his tail fan and go back down. And I told myself if I can get to 10, 15 yards, I picked out a pine tree. So if I can get to 10 or 15 yards, I'm gonna shoot him, regardless. And I got to 10 or 15 yards without them having a clue. So there he is. It's been a fun week, but it's been a tough week. You just need them to gobble. This is the tree I was originally sitting by, and I'd seen the bird over there at like 120, and he was coming this way, but I figured he would go around the ridge. That's why as soon as I got set up here, I called, and he turned and came by this little pond and came up on this side of me. But them ferns are so thick right here, I imagine he wasn't going to come through it, or they weren't going to come through it. Like I was just sitting here, getting fed up with it, about ready to go home, and I eased up where I could, there's a down log out here, and I could kind of see over it, and I seen his, I think it was his tail fan for a second, and then he just went to cleaning himself. I just eased back down. They moved, I had to crawl a little bit farther because they drifted away from me about 15, 20 yards while I was crawling. I actually had to crawl to where he was. I got right up on the edge of the ferns and came up. But anyway, it's been fun hunting with friends. I like my solo days where I get to just kind of do what Derek wants to do. Had to do me a little quick photo shoot, but forgot to do my harvest report before I walked out. It'd have been fun getting caught with a turkey slung over my shoulder. This crap takes forever. There we go. Successful. Alrighty, I'm done. I'm headed out. I was thinking on my way back up here, that 45-minute walk. If you're new to hunting down here where it's thick, hopefully I got it on the gun camera. But I didn't, once I had a shot, I took it, because even at that distance, if he would have just came out of strut and walked, and then I tried to stop him and he realized there wasn't a hen there and he was behind a tree, or anything could have happened. And you've already seen it happen to Brennan earlier in the week. So if I get if I'm dead set on killing the bird and I get a shot, even if it's that much of his head, that's all you need. That's what I'm shooting. So I'm gonna take, if I'm dead set on killing a bird, I'm gonna take the first shot I get. Second thing is, today is April 4th, 2025. I've been trying to do as much of this year's videos as I can instead of doing old ones, just because I've got a little bit better with the cameras and the older footage is a little shaky, not quite, and the audio is not good. But anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, I've got a couple guys to take this weekend and then scattered out till I go out of state. I've got a few guys, but I don't have anybody a lot during the week. So if you want to go hunt, team up, hunt together, me film you, you come hunt with me, whatever it is. I'd like to be in the woods. I'm gonna be in the woods every morning, but it's just morning time. I want to be home. I want to be back in the shop by 11. But reach out to me. My cell phone number is under Norwood Taxidermy, Plant City, Florida. So you can reach out if you want to hunt, and maybe we can put something together. If nothing else, I'll film you. But anyway, I got to get this bird to the check station and get to work. I'm already running behind. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.